First of all, let's just take a moment to appreciate this. Angel Reese, the first professional athlete to ever walk the Victoria's Secret fashion show runway. Yeah, that's right. I made history. Again. I told everyone I was the Bayou Barbie. I never said which court I'd be dominating next. One week I'm grabbing rebounds, the next week I'm grabbing hearts. And let's be honest, Caitlin Clark could never. This runway requires elegance, rhythm, and just the right amount of attitude. She's got the jump shot, but I've got the walk shot. People ask me if I was nervous walking alongside supermodels. Please. I've been walking over defenders my entire career. This was just with better lighting and heels. I'm proud to represent athletes everywhere, proving we can dunk and still look like $1 billion doing it. So to all my fans out there, celebrate me, love me, adore me. Because the Reese era is not just taking over basketball, it's taking over the world.
Caitlin Clark just did the unthinkable. The WNBA's biggest star didn't just make basketball history, she's now breaking into golf. Reports confirm Caitlin Clark just signed a multi-million-dollar LPGA contract, and the entire sports world is losing its mind.
She is back. Caitlin Clark is going to tee it up again at the Annika, driven by Gainbridge at Pelican Pro-Am this November.
But while fans are celebrating, one person isn't: Angel Reese. The moment this deal dropped, the internet exploded. Headlines, debates, reactions everywhere. Clark just became the first active WNBA player to land a cross-league deal this big. And Angel Reese, she's spiraling. Because this isn't just about golf, it's about jealousy, power, and a rivalry that's now crossing into brand territory. And it's only getting uglier from here. Let's start with what actually happened. Caitlin Clark, the face of the Indiana Fever and the driving force behind WNBA ratings, just signed a multi-year partnership with the LPGA Tour.
Now, it's being reported that Caitlin Clark will return to the Annika to participate in the LPGA Tour Pro Amateur event on November the 12th. Tournament officials announced this past Thursday, which is today. This news just came out maybe about 5 to 10 minutes ago. This is big time news, and I'm telling you right now, this is going to break the damn internet.
Not a cameo, not a photo op, a real strategic contract that runs through the 2026 season. Sources say it's valued between $6 and $8 million, including Nike golf endorsements, cross-sport events, and shared marketing rights. That means Caitlin's officially in 2 professional leagues at once, basketball and golf. And with one announcement, she became the crossover queen of women's sports. For most athletes, that kind of success would be inspiring. For Angel Reese, it was gasoline on the fire. Moments after the deal went public, Angel tweeted, "I can play golf too." No tags, no context, but everyone knew who she was talking about. It wasn't subtle, it was shade. Fans instantly fired back. Just say you're jealous. Clark's living rent-free in your head. The replies were brutal. Within minutes, Reese's tweet was trending for all the wrong reasons. It wasn't seen as funny or playful, it looked desperate. And here's where it gets interesting. Reese didn't even mention Clark's name, but that's become her pattern. Every time Caitlin wins, Angel reacts. It happened at the draft. It happened opening week. And now it's happening again, because deep down, Angel Reese knows what this deal means. Caitlin Clark is evolving beyond basketball. She's building an empire. While Angel's brand is stuck fighting online battles, Caitlin's building generational wealth, and she's doing it without saying a word. The difference between them has never been clearer. Caitlin Clark plays the long game. Her brand is built on professionalism, humility, and consistency. She lets her performance and composure speak louder than any tweet ever could. Angel Reese? She's made her name through controversy. Her brand thrives on reactions, drama, and online chaos. But drama doesn't sell long-term, discipline does. That's why Nike, the LPGA, and every major sponsor keeps choosing Caitlin. She's safe, authentic, and universally appealing. Parents trust her, kids idolize her, brands love her. Even golf fans, who rarely cross over with basketball, are celebrating her arrival. Analysts are calling it the best crossover since Steph Curry started swinging a driver. Everywhere Caitlin goes, ratings spike, tickets sell, and merch flies off shelves. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is stuck fighting a perception problem. Her critics call her entitled. Her supporters call her misunderstood. But either way, the headlines aren't flattering. Every time she posts, the internet splits in half, and not in the way that builds a brand. The truth is simple. Caitlin Clark is changing how female athletes are marketed. She's become the blueprint for multi-sport female excellence. Basketball, golf, media, fashion. She's conquering it all. And that's exactly what's breaking Angel Reese. Because this isn't just a win for Caitlin, it's a mirror for Angel. Every part of Clark's rise exposes Reese's weaknesses. Caitlin's focus versus Angel's outbursts. Caitlin's grace versus Angel's jealousy. One moves quietly, the other loudly. And in today's world, quiet power wins. It's not that Angel isn't talented. She's one of the best rebounders in the league, a fierce competitor, and a gifted athlete. But she can't escape the shadow Caitlin casts. Every time Clark's name trends, Reese gets pulled into the conversation, whether she likes it or not. And this time, it's worse than ever. Because Caitlin Clark didn't just land another endorsement. She became the face of 2 leagues at once. And no amount of Twitter drama can compete with that kind of legacy. By the next morning, Angel Reese tried to walk it back. She claimed the tweet was just for fun. But the internet wasn't buying it. The screenshots, the memes, the debates. It was too late. Caitlin Clark stayed silent. No response, no shade, no press comment. And that silence made her look even stronger. Because in an era where everyone's talking, Caitlin's power comes from restraint. Every tantrum Angel throws becomes another marketing win for Clark. Every insult turns into another sponsorship opportunity. Angel doesn't realize it yet, but she's fueling Caitlin's rise every time she reacts. Meanwhile, brands are doubling down. Nike's already planning golf clinics and cross-promotional events. The LPGA is streaming tournaments at record levels. And Caitlin's face? It's everywhere. TV, merchandise, billboards, you name it. She's not just the future of basketball. She's the symbol of women's sports dominance. And the more people hate, the more powerful she becomes. But here's the real twist. Insiders say this LPGA partnership is only the beginning. There are talks of a charity showcase pairing WNBA and LPGA stars together. Imagine Caitlin Clark and Nelly Korda teeing off side by side on national TV, while Angel Reese tries to smile through the tension. That's not just a brand play, that's dominance in motion, and Angel Reese has a choice to make. She can keep fighting shadows online, or she can evolve. Because right now, her name only trends when Caitlin's does, and that's not sustainable. If she wants longevity, she needs to stop reacting and start rebuilding. But as of today, there's no question who's winning. Caitlin Clark is building an empire that no one can touch. Basketball, golf, media. She's playing chess while everyone else is still learning checkers. So here's the question. Is Angel Reese watching jealousy destroy her legacy in real time? Or is she about to make the comeback of her life? If you're still watching, drop Clark to LPGA in the comments. Let's see how many people are riding with Caitlin all the way.
All cameras, all people will be tuned in for the Annika Pro-Am. Why? To see the GOAT, Caitlin Clark, take over the show. We have it here. Caitlin Clark will compete in the Annika Pro-Am. This is gonna be fired.
Caitlin Clark just broke another rule. This time, not on the court, but on the golf course. The WNBA tried to stop her, but she didn't care. What happened next left the entire league scrambling, fans furious, and the commissioner completely silent. The story begins with a simple invitation.
Let's talk about breaking news that is literally just showed up. I saw it come across my screen, went over. I got an athletic membership that I've had for a while, which is now the New York Times. Oh, anyway, long story short, they have now announced that Caitlin Clark is going back to the LPGA Golf Tour. And it looks like she's going to participate in the same event that she was in last year, which garnered a hell of a lot of attention.
Caitlin Clark was asked to play in one of the biggest events in women's golf, the LPGA Annika Pro-Am, a charity showcase filled with global athletes, icons, and celebrities. For any player, it would have been an honor, but for Caitlin, it became a battlefield. Because behind the smiles and handshakes, reports say the WNBA commissioner herself tried to stop her from playing. According to insiders, Caitlin was warned directly, "We don't allow this." Why? Because Caitlin's brand had grown too powerful, too fast. Pro-Am tickets were just $25, but as soon as her name appeared, demand exploded by 1,200%. The LPGA embraced her instantly. They saw what the WNBA refuses to. Caitlin isn't just a player, she's a movement, a global icon, the kind of athlete who changes everything she touches. But the commissioner didn't see a success story. She saw a threat, a player stepping outside league control, connecting directly with fans, and commanding a level of attention the WNBA couldn't contain. So when Caitlin's team confirmed her participation, that's when the tension boiled over. Behind closed doors, the league pushed back hard. Reports claim she was told the event violated promotional rules, that she could be fined if she went through with it. Think about that. Fined for playing golf at a charity event. The same player who single-handedly boosted ratings, attendance, and merchandise sales across the entire WNBA, now being punished for bringing more visibility to women's sports. But Caitlin didn't back down, not this time. Her coach, Stephanie White, stepped in, and that changed everything. She looked the league in the eye and said, "She's going. You can't stop her." A head coach standing up to the commissioner for her players' independence. That's unheard of. That moment drew a line in the sand. Caitlin wasn't just representing herself anymore. She was representing every woman tired of being told what she can and can't do. Fans immediately took her side. Social media exploded. Why would the WNBA stop their biggest star from growing the game? Why punish the very person who made people care again? Even WNBA owners reportedly questioned the commissioner's decision behind the scenes. The silence from league headquarters only made it worse. Meanwhile, Caitlin handled it with class. When reporters asked about the drama, she smiled and said, "No one can stop me from competing. I love this game, all of them." That single sentence hit harder than any highlight, because she wasn't just talking about basketball. She was talking about freedom, about breaking barriers in a league that sometimes feels like it's afraid of its own success. Then came the event itself, and Caitlin proved her point. She played alongside world #1 golfer Nelly Korda and LPGA legend Annika Sorenstam.
And the LPGA was promoting the crap out of this event. And they also did something really smart by pairing her up with their currently #1 golfer in the world. And her name is Nelly Korda. So there are photos of Caitlin and Nelly literally everywhere. And the LPGA was so smart in doing this because they knew that there would be so many eyeballs on Caitlin. So if they put their #1 golfer, who is currently leading the sport and pushing the sport ahead, if they put her next to Caitlin for the entire event, that's just great. It's great for Nelly and it's great for everyone else.
Turning the course into a stadium of cheers. Fans lined up hours before the event. Cameras followed her every move. And the energy? It felt bigger than basketball. The LPGA treated her like royalty. Smart, humble, magnetic. They paired her with their top athlete because they understood the moment. Golf wasn't competing with basketball. They were celebrating Caitlin's ability to unite fans across sports. And while the LPGA was trending for all the right reasons, the WNBA was trending for the opposite ones. Headlines started pouring in. Clark warned by league. WNBA control problem. Fans demand change. Even sports analysts began calling out the league's insecurity. One commentator said, The LPGA just did in one day what the WNBA couldn't do in an entire season. They embraced Caitlin Clark's star power.
Honestly, just got so triggered by Caitlin Clark's golf debut, and it is no fault of hers that I got upset. It is the fault of the WNBA, because the LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct in literally one day.
The backlash grew so loud that fans started asking a new question. Is it time for a new commissioner? Because while Caitlin was out there smiling, playing for charity, and inspiring little girls everywhere, the WNBA's silence spoke volumes. No statement, no support, no acknowledgement, just tension. But here's where the story takes a turn. Caitlin didn't use this moment to complain. She used it to lead. She stayed calm, focused, and kind, while still sending a powerful message through her actions. You can't silence me, you can't control me, and you can't stop me from inspiring others. That quote, "You can't stop me," spread like wildfire across every platform. It became a rallying cry for fans who were fed up with seeing women's sports treated like they need permission to succeed. Sponsors took notice too. Major brands rallied behind Caitlin, praising her courage to stand tall in the face of unnecessary rules. They saw what fans saw, a leader who isn't waiting for approval anymore. And while the WNBA tried to limit her reach, the world gave her more power than ever. The LPGA gained record-breaking attention, ticket sales shattered records, and Caitlin Clark proved, once again, that when she shows up, people care. Her success outside basketball sent a clear message. The future of women's sports doesn't belong to bureaucracy or outdated gatekeepers. It belongs to the players who aren't afraid to take risks. By the end of the tournament, even golf legends were praising her. Nelly Korda said Caitlin was incredible, smooth, composed, and just fun to be around. Annika Sorenstam called her an inspiration for all athletes. Meanwhile, the WNBA found itself in a public relations disaster. The league that should have been celebrating Caitlin's rise was instead accused of trying to hold her back. And that's when fans drew their own conclusion. Maybe this wasn't about golf at all. Maybe it was about power, about control, about a league that underestimated the voice of one woman who refuses to be silenced. Caitlin Clark didn't just defy orders. She exposed a system built on fear of change. She reminded the world that leadership isn't about restriction. It's about letting stars shine. And when the LPGA welcomed her with open arms, it showed exactly what the WNBA could be, if it trusted its players instead of trying to control them. Now, fans are demanding answers. Should Caitlin be punished for growing her influence? Or should the WNBA face the consequences for failing to support its biggest star? Because one thing's for sure, Caitlin's not backing down. She's already made it clear. She'll keep playing, inspiring, and breaking barriers wherever she goes. And as for the league, they can either evolve or get left behind. If you stand with Caitlin Clark, drop "You Can't Stop Her" in the comments. Let's see how many fans believe in her right to play, anywhere, anytime, without permission.
It looked like Adam Silver has found himself in some serious hot water over the management of the WNBA, and is they faking ratings? I don't know, but we finna talk about it. WNBA is on the heels of a major growth or a major black hitting the wall. Yes.
Adam Silver just made the biggest mistake of his career, and now he's begging Caitlin Clark for forgiveness. What started as a routine interview turned into one of the biggest PR disasters in WNBA history. Fans are furious, players are speaking out, and insiders say Silver's been secretly calling Caitlin's reps, trying to fix everything. But here's the question everyone's asking. What did he say that caused this chaos?
So Thanos finally stepped out and started talking about the crazy nonsense of a civil war that's going on between Iron Man or Iron Woman, Kathy Engelberg, and Captain America, Nafisa Collier, man. We're about to get all the way into it, man.
So, let's rewind. Adam Silver sits down with NBC News. It's supposed to be the usual smooth corporate talk about leadership, growth, inclusivity, and all the buzzwords that sound great but mean nothing. Then, out of nowhere, Silver says the quiet part out loud. He admits the WNBA doesn't just have financial challenges, it has relationship issues. That one sentence hit harder than a flagrant foul.
Have to talk about this recent interview Adam Silver just did on NBC, because this interview right here has caused a bunch of friction within the WNBA. Shout out to the young lady who actually put this video together. I don't really know her name. She kind of reacted to it all, and we finna listen to her reaction, because this is the current state of the WNBA, and Adam Silver is looking real spooky.
You can choose to sell your team in your same market. You can't choose to sell your team to a different market, and that's where it stands right now.
Hartford is in the market.
No, it's not.
He might as well have confirmed what every fan's been shouting all season long, that the league is broken from the inside out. Social media exploded instantly. Players were giving him side-eye. Fans were losing their minds. And overnight, Adam Silver became the face of WNBA dysfunction. It wasn't just that he said something controversial. It's that his comments sounded like he was defending Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, the same person many believe has been holding the league back. One fan wrote, "Silver just threw the players under the bus to protect his buddy." And the moment he downplayed Caitlin Clark's impact, the internet snapped. See, this is where things got nuclear. Caitlin Clark isn't just another player. She's the reason people are watching. Ratings skyrocket every time she steps on the court. Ticket sales? Through the roof. Merchandise? Selling out in every arena. Social media? Every single post with her name in it breaks the algorithm. She's basically the WNBA's entire marketing department rolled into one person. So when Adam Silver tried to act like the league's historic growth wasn't tied directly to Caitlin Clark, fans took it as an insult, not just to her, but to every fan who made this season matter. It got worse. That same week, reports claimed WNBA finals ratings had doubled.
Great to be here with you guys today. Oh, they're really not gonna like this. They are really not gonna like this. The truth shall set you free. The truth shall set you free. And the truth is, though everybody was doing backflips after game one, woo, 1.9 million, 2.5 million. Oh, there were a lot of backflips being done. Now, instead of the backflips after game 2 and 3 ratings came out, instead of backflips, now they're just sneakily throwing some things in here to make it all appear like it's all roses and peaches. But instead, it's not roses and peaches at all.
But here's the kicker. Nielsen had quietly changed how they count viewers. Suddenly, bars, airports, and even hotel TVs were included in the totals. So technically, yes, ratings went up, but only because the math changed. It's like saying you grew taller this year because you started wearing heels.
So the WNBA, obviously everyone was talking about, record ratings and all of this stuff. And then we're gonna see a complete change in the numbers. So as you can see right here, this was a tweet from the Mike Allen Twitter account. It says here, Nielsen did not begin including out-of-home viewing in his estimates until 2020, and did not do so in 100% of markets until 2025. It says 2025 figures are Nielsen, Big Data Plus panel, and all prior years are panel only. So you've got Big Data Plus panel, everything prior to 2025. So as you can see, in 2020 to 2021, it had a big uptick. So I'd assume 2021, 2022 just had the out-of-home estimates. It was obviously doing okay when it was Minnesota Dynasty, then it dipped big time in 2018. And like being on ESPN News isn't ideal.
Fans saw through it instantly. The comments section was brutal. They're faking success to pretend Caitlin isn't carrying them. Without Clark, there is no WNBA. And that's when the hashtag started trending. Apologize to Caitlin. WNBA fix the mess. what Silver thought was a small PR move turned into a full-blown rebellion. Within hours, insiders started whispering that Adam Silver was in full-blown panic mode. His PR team was scrambling. The same commissioner who once looked untouchable was now begging to make peace with the one person who could destroy him with a single tweet. Sources say he started calling Caitlyn's reps behind the scenes, claiming his comments were misinterpreted. He told her he valued what she's done for the sport and wanted to involve her more in league decisions. Translation, he's on an apology tour. And honestly, it's wild to see the power dynamic flip this fast. Usually, it's the players begging the league for recognition. Now, it's the league begging Caitlin Clark to stay. Because let's be real, she doesn't need them anymore. She's got Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm cutting million-dollar checks. She's getting paid $500,000 per speaking gig. Her face is on more billboards than the league's own logo. If she wanted to take a year off, she'd still out-earn half the WNBA combined. That's what terrifies Silver. Because without her, the WNBA's so-called historic growth collapses overnight. No Clark, no ratings. No ratings, no sponsors. No sponsors, no league. So yeah, when fans say Adam Silver is begging for forgiveness, they're not exaggerating. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark hasn't said a single word, not a tweet, not a quote, nothing. And that silence, it's powerful. Because while Silver's out here doing damage control, Caitlin's letting the world see who really runs the show. Players like Candace Parker have already exposed the league's leadership issues. Remember when she said, "Adam Silver texted me more than my own commissioner"? That one line basically confirmed what everyone suspected. The WNBA's top brass is disconnected from the people who actually make it work. Then you've got Nneka Ogwumike calling out leadership on national TV, Sophie Cunningham hinting at a lockout, and Sabrina Ionescu saying she has a better relationship with Silver than with Kathy Engelbert. The entire house of cards is shaking, and Caitlin Clark doesn't have to lift a finger. Every time she stays silent, her value grows. Every time the league scrambles, her legend builds. Adam Silver's mistake wasn't just what he said, it's that he reminded the world who's really in charge. After the backlash, Silver tried to save face. He went on record praising Caitlin, saying she's set the world on fire. But let's be honest, that wasn't admiration. That was fear. Because he knows if she ever decides she's done, the WNBA's ratings would vanish faster than a missed free throw. She's not just a player. She's the league's heartbeat, PR machine, and brand identity all in one. Think about it. When she got injured, ticket sales dropped, viewership fell, social engagement flatlined. The moment Caitlin Clark steps off the court, the lights go dim. That's why Silver's apology feels so desperate. It's not about humility, it's about survival. So what happens now? Behind the scenes, reports say Silver's offering Caitlin a bigger role in league marketing and player relations, basically trying to keep her involved so she doesn't walk away. But here's the truth. She doesn't need more meetings or PR titles. She already has what no one else in the WNBA can buy: influence. Caitlin Clark can sell out arenas faster than any commissioner can organize a press conference. She's the face that turned a niche league into primetime television. And the irony? Adam Silver's apology might actually prove her dominance even more. Because when the most powerful man in basketball has to beg for forgiveness from a rookie, that's not just a headline, that's history. Adam Silver thought he could control the narrative. Instead, he handed the power to Caitlin Clark. His quiet apology behind closed doors might cool things for now, but the damage is done, and the world saw it happen in real time. So what do you think? Should Caitlin forgive him, or make the WNBA sweat a little longer? If you're still watching, drop "Clark is the boss" in the comments. Let's see how many people agree. About to get messy.